lessons for November 30th through December 4th. Can you believe it's already December? Crazy. Yeah, craziness. And we only have 3 weeks of school in December, so
Yep.
it's gonna go fast, everybody. I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving fall break.
Lots of turkey, ham. My kids said chicken. Hey.
Well, you know, chicken. Hopefully you got your turkeys in the oven before the kids tried to disguise them as something.
Yes, because, you know.
And talked about how you were thankful for things that, and we said thankful was things that make you smile. So it was what I did. So anyway, oh, see, she's smiling. I'm thankful for Miss O every day. Boy. So again, here are our lesson plans. They are going to be uploaded on Facebook. And don't forget, we are putting our videos on YouTube now, along with the stories too. So for letters and sounds, we're doing I Spy in the Pantry again. So, and we've been doing this a lot, but it's just so the kids can really work on those letters. So if you want to jazz it up, you could just write the letters in their name. You could go Treasa. Oh, that was too close. And you could make them only look for the letters and check mark. You could also say hi to Miss Sharon. You could also just write the letters and have them, if they see the letters, have them write them on it. And if they're not sure, put it down on the ground so they can see the letters and trying to write the C. And if they're not sure what the letter is, just reinforcing it. There's so many letters. If you only want to pick out 5 things out of your pantry that you want them to work with, and then you can also talk about the shapes. The Cheerios box is a rectangle. That can is a cylinder or a circle. So some different ways you can do it. So Miss O, what are we doing for math?
For math, we are playing war with your family, not actual war. It's a card game.
Cards, you're gonna need some cards. I loved war when I was a kid. My sister and I used to make up all types of crazy rules. It took hours upon hours to play it. So usually you do a whole deck of cards. I just picked out a few cards. You could go through the deck and just choose 4 different numbers if you wanted to. So the concept of war is, are you ready to play war?
I am. I don't want you to see my cards.
That's not how you
Hide
play
your
war.
cards.
You're supposed to put them in this. I guess it doesn't matter, but you know, if you do it like this, then that's more like, yeah. So if you put them, and then I flip over a card, Miss O flips over a card. Which one is the bigger number? So our number line that we sent home might come in very handy, or if you just want to write the numbers on a piece of paper. So Miss O would get my card because 10 is more than 4. So then the next card, I have a 7. Miss O has a J. So you might want to take the jacks out because it's a harder concept. So Miss O is just going to throw that off to the side. Oh, which one's bigger? I have a what? A 7. You're right. What does Miss O have? A 5. Miss Tressa gets them this time. Woohoo! What? Mine's bigger. So you also could do it, which one's smaller if you wanted. You could ask the kids how they wanted to play.
And if they're not sure, say, well, hey, let's count. And remember, you might want to cover
You can
these
cover
up.
it,
If you've
or just
been using the cards from previous videos, cover those up. Have them count it.
Or you could also play War by Shapes if you wanted to, a different way to play it. War is just it's a fast game usually. Once they get the concept of it, it's kind of like Uno, and they really like to play Uno. So for fine motor, what do we got, Miss O?
We're using tongs to pick up your 10 favorite toys and make shapes with them.
So for this, we might suggest that you have your child draw the shape on a piece of paper first, or look around the house, you know, trace the cans, trace your boxes in the pantry, so they have circles and squares.
Draw a shape.
Ooh, that's a good one, Miss O. My kids need help with that one. So, and then very easily just go around the house and pick up things and put it on here. Now they may say, oh, we do this and we do it with stickers. And you just say, oh, well, let's do it with, you know, our toys first, and then we can sticker. And you see I'm using my hands, which you really want to try to get them to only use
the
tongs. So, and then once they're done doing it, what shape is it? It's a triangle. It has 1, 2, 3 sides and 1, 2, 3 lines. So just so they can get kind of the shapes. You also can do categories with it. You could do big, small, little. There's so many things you can do with the tongs. And again, it's just really good.
Working on those
fine motor muscles, which really helps us, which comes to our art project, which is also, we're doing fine motor today. It says, make a necklace using Fruit Loops, Cheerios, macaroni, and just having them beaded on. And then if you use Fruit Loops, you could have them just choose 2 colors and try to do an A-B pattern, purple, green, purple, green, purple, green.
And what we do is on one end, we have, we just kind of tie, as you can see, we just tie it through just to help keep them on there, because some of them are like, it won't stay, because they put on it legit goes boop. So that,
and you might ask them, you know, why did that happen? If they didn't ask you to tie the knot, why does your Cheerios just keep falling off? And this is just good. Now, if you want to go one step further with macaroni, you can always dye it, and all you need to do that is, what is it? It's rubbing alcohol and food coloring. I had to think about it for a minute. So you just put it in a little bag and put a little bit of rubbing alcohol and some food coloring and have them smush it around, and then you dump it out on a paper towel, on a cookie sheet, very important so you don't dye anything else, or on wax paper or aluminum, and let it dry for a day, and then you have that you then can make things with. And you also could use the macaroni and you could glue it on top of a shape to make a shape. So that's another idea for that. And then for gross motor, the kids and I were talking this week about standing on one foot, hopping on one foot, and when we were doing it, my kids were having a little bit of difficulty with it. What about you, Miss O? So I just decided, you know, how about if we stand on one foot? Can we count? How high can we count till our foot touches the ground? And try to get them not to hold on to anything when they're doing it. Try to encourage them. I mean, my balance is not the best either, so I try to do it with them. Can you hop on one foot? A lot of my kids are wanting to skip.
Yes.
So, you know, teaching them the one up, next one up, and doing that skipping motion, so you have that. So just going outside, and yes, it might be a little bit colder, but they love to be outside, whether it's cold, windy, hot, cold. It's just great to always be outside. We like to be outside.
We do.
So those are Monday activities, and like I said, you can expand all those activities in many different ways, and so you can do that. And when you're doing ABCs, just constantly remember talking about all the letters in their name. Oh, your name is Jen. What are the letters of your name? J-E-N-N. Jenny, Jen, you know, whatever it may be, so that they can so when they come to school, they can at least tell us the letter in their name and maybe point to some of the letters in their name. So Monday, Tuesday work, we're just going to do it again. Again, the kids like repetition. They like playing the games over and over again. I don't want to play this game again. But it's fun for them because it's new for them, and these are things that we're just learning in the classroom. So Ms. O, tell us about our homework project that they're going to be doing on Wednesday and Thursday and bringing back on Monday.
So for this month, like last month, how we had to disguise our turkey because he was scared of being eaten, guess what? Gingerbread men have the same problem. So this month we are going to disguise gingerbread man. So your child will either get a girl gingerbread man or a boy gingerbread man, and we'll also have instructions that are attached, which we will post in the group, as well as you will get this paper, which is a front and back paper. So what they're going to do is basically, like we said, disguise their gingerbread man because they're scared of being eaten, so they want to be in disguise so that
who doesn't eat them?
The fox doesn't eat them. So when we say disguise, and we will post pictures of some that we will do just to give you an example of disguise, it could be anything, just like when they did their turkey. So if they want to make it a superhero, hey, superhero it out. Santa, Mrs. Claus, what's some cartoon? Paw Patrol.
And making sure that they glue and they cut whatever it is, even if they're just cutting like pictures out of an ad to make the police officer costume or to make the My Little Pony costume. The key is having them cut and glue or color whatever they want to do, and not just getting a picture off of the internet.
And we know you want to help, but we but we do encourage allowing them to try first, because there are a lot of fine motor skills that come into decorating their gingerbread people. As far as if they want to make an outfit, have them, you can, even if you want to trace it on the felt or whatever, have them cut out the shape the best they can. I know in my room, and I believe Miss Trust does too, we try to teach them to cut, like usually you have a black line or some type of line. We try and tell them to cut along the line. But if they can't stay straight, it's perfectly fine. But do allow them to do it. We try very hard to encourage them, especially when they're doing projects at school. Having them do it, having them create.
And we just got out the glitter, and they love glitter. And I know you may not love glitter. I get it. I understand. Go outside with it. Yeah. I mean, and then you don't have to worry about it. I mean, my whole backyard is nothing but a glitter fest. You can say you're
putting glitter on the grass, and guess who gets to see it? The reindeer will see it.
Yeah, it could be reindeer food.
And then for this paper, you're going to have them tell you a story. So if I disguise my gingerbread lady as a Paw Patrol character. I don't know their name. Sorry.
Chase.
Yeah, there you go. Chase. Well, why did you disguise her as Chase? Tell me a story about why she's disguised as Chase.
If I were to say one day Chase was walking along and came upon a river. The river was blue. That's exactly what you're going to write down. When Chase got across the river, he spotted a fox. He decided to go the other way on the river. You just write down whatever they say. We're going to be reading a lot of gingerbread books. Plus, we're going to have the gingerbread books that we're reading on here. You can look up other gingerbread stories to help them so that they can make up their own story to go with it. Now, you're going to say, well, the lines are super small. Just write however you usually would write. It's just, this is supposed to be a cookie sheet that the gingerbread men would be cooked in. And that's one of the first books we read, is about how the little boy and the grandma cooks the gingerbread man, and then grandma says don't open the oven and then he does, and
the gingerbread man
off the gingerbread man goes. And a lot of time they're just going to say run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. You might prompt them, well, where is the gingerbread man running to? What do you think the gingerbread man will see? And it doesn't have to be a lot. It can be a little. I mean, I've had stories that are 2 pages long. I've had stories.
One sentence.
It's not that big of a deal. So this is a project. It's a great project. And then the next thing is a game called Tinsy. So if you have not played Tinsy before, you need 5 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so what you do is you could use your number card again. And I always start with the first number. And so 1. And the first thing I do is I say, okay, everybody show me a number 1 on your dice. So then what you do is you take all your dice and you put them in your hand and you roll them. So as you see, I have a 1. So I'm going to put it up here. And then I'm going to roll them again. And then I didn't get any 1s.
I got a 1.
But then I got 2 1s. So I keep rolling. And I keep rolling. And I keep rolling. The kids really like this game. And then if I'm the last person to roll and I am the only person that has, we count how many rolls it takes me to get the number one also. If there's just one person left. Oh, Tinsy. So then we count Miss O. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it took Miss O 5 rolls to have Tinsy. Now, if you don't have 5 dice, you could do 3 dice. You could do 2 dice. Some of my kids in the morning class wanted to do higher numbers. If you want to do higher numbers, you have to really work on counting the dice more. So that is how you play Tinsy. It is a very, very fast game. We played it very slow, but it is supposed to be a very fast game.
And it's a good counting game.
It is a
you
great
even have
counting
them count
game.
The dots on the dice as well.
It's a very good counting game. So we're excited to see your gingerbreads, and we are excited for the month of December. All we do is gingerbread. There are so many gingerbread stories. Yes, we have gingerbread houses.
We try to do activities.
So, I mean, the kids are going to come home and be very excited and all the things they do. So we are excited, and we can't wait to see what you guys come up with. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.